Hello everyone. This is the fifth February. I guess this I'm recording this for the podcast. To first and foremost, say this is the first podcast, and second and most, I apologize for the podcast. Not the best sign when you immediately apologize for something that you did. But yeah. The thing is the fact that on this podcast, the microphone I'm using, right? I still didn't know how to use it properly, so I had it way too close to me and set up the settings too highly, so I might sound like really badly. But yeah, anything said on the podcast is as a joke, and and none of it is meant personally. And yeah, I hope all of you are having a good day and enjoy the podcast. Xiao Hong Shu. Hello.
Ah,
This is the first episode of Three Buckets No Shits podcast.
Welcome
Today's
to Peas in a
guest
Pod
is me,
podcast.
Daniela. The other guest is Isaac. Say hi, Isaac.
Hello, it's me, P.
Okay,
Welcome
and then
to
the
the
other
Peas in
guest.
a Pod podcast.
Yes, good. And the other guest is Danny. Say hi,
Hi.
Danny.
hi.
There we go. That's the gang. That's the three people. I hope it
Anyways.
is
Hello, guys. Welcome to the Peas in a Pod podcast.
Three Buckets No Shits podcast. Fuck.
Okay, wait.
Hello, everybody.
Wait, listen.
Welcome to the P.
I don't know.
What?
I don't fucking care. Okay, we have something on the agenda to talk about. Okay.
Which is
We do.
What do y'all think about Domino's Pizza?
Domino's Pizza. Never had it.
Isaac,
Never had it either.
You never had Domino's Pizza before.
I've never had Domino's
Never
pizza
had
before.
Domino's Pizza. I don't know what you're talking
Ow.
about, but the country we're in, it does not have Domino's Pizza.
It does not have
Fucking-
Domino's pizza.
This is the unfortunate how should I say, the unfortunate tragedy of Slovenia. It has a great burger joint, Hood
Uh-huh.
Burger. We can all agree,
Yeah, it's
fucking
good.
greatest place
Mhm.
on earth.
Yeah,
It's got Chivapi because it's in the Balkans, and
yeah, those are
not
good. Those
that,
are good. Goated.
And also for our dear viewers who might be from the West, they don't know about this wonderful thing called Chocolino.
Nah, debatable. I
You're
also never
right.
had
Shut up.
Chocolina.
Quiet,
It's
Russian.
alright. It's alright.
It's great.
It's
It's great
alright.
food.
I
Also,
had
now that I'm looking at it, I'm noticing that the 1 hour Subway Surfers gameplay doesn't really look like 1 hour.
yeah, they just repeating the same GIF for now, I guess.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Are we going
Doesn't
to-
fucking matter.
Should we just get rid of it and fill up the mugshot of Donald Trump a little bit more?
I think that's fair. I think we can do that.
Okay,
have a little stretched
say
out.
goodbye to the beloved Subway Surfer repeating gameplay for 1 hour. Truly gone
I'm
by the end
sorry,
of the
guys.
first episode.
Really a tragedy.
Yes,
tragedy
and
to say the
then
least.
welcome back, our soon-to-be presidential inaugurate, Donald J. Trump. Right.
Or for the audio listeners, there was
the
Subway
same.
Surfers gameplay,
Yeah,
and now there's no Subway Surfers gameplay.
horrifying.
We needed
Hello,
that.
everyone. Welcome to the Peas in a Pod podcast.
No, it's Three Buckets No Shits podcast.
Host. My
Idiot.
name's Isaac, and I'm joined by two guests, Danila and Danny.
Hi.
Hi, hello. You
Pre-
do realize
present
I'm the
yourself.
one recording all of this, right?
Say three interesting things about you, both of you.
I asked three girls
Introduce
out.
yourself.
All of them
Introduce
friend-
yourself.
Hmm?
Introduce yourself, like the full introduction,
Hello,
please.
I'm Danila. I get no hoes, I get no hus, I get no bitches. No matter where you put it. I have-
My name is Daniel. I am Isaac's backshotter. I fuck him behind a dumpster at behind the factory Union every Friday 5 p.m. That's what I do.
I cannot confirm nor deny those claims.
So you do not have plausible deniability on this one.
Hello,
Anyways,
everyone. Welcome to the Peas in a Pod podcast.
it's 3 buckets no shits. It's 3 buckets no shits. Anyways, let's get on to something of worth, something of value.
Mm-hmm.
Donald J. Trump. What do you think of him?
Great guy.
Mm-hmm.
He
Great guy.
is He is a
Not a criminal.
person,
Not a criminal.
not a criminal. Interesting. Interesting take. I for the video viewers, you might see an image on the top right section of the screen.
Of
I'm not gonna elaborate on it, but
it might be a little bit faint.
yeah.
Anyways, continuing on that. Donald J. Trump, as of recording this video, is to be inaugurated in 2 days, changing the the president of the United States from Joe Biden to Donald J. Trump. Yeah, what effect do you think this will have on the upcoming fishing season?
You mean trout,
I
salmon,
catfish.
catfish?
Yeah,
Who the fuck fishes for catfish?
I don't know. People from Louisiana. It's I think it's major there. It's like a major industry. People eat catfish there.
Catfish tastes like shit.
Whoa, getting political there.
Catfish tastes like shit, and no one can tell me otherwise. I will give 100 euros to anyone who gives me good catfish, and I enjoy it. 100 euros.
I've never been catfished. I can't sympathize.
I think you got the wrong catfish there.
We're talking the literal catfish.
the
We're
literal
talking
fish.
Fish.
Yeah.
You eat cats?
No.
No, we're eating catfish.
Fish.
They're eating the cats, they're eating the dogs.
Oh my god. Anyways,
But I think Mr. Trump's presidency may mayhaps increase the trout population.
increase actually. How come?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think so, because he just seems like the type of guy to do it.
Hmm.
He's a businessman. He does business things.
Yeah, businessman with business things.
I think he will just business his way through to how should I say a new and upcoming industry. I really think he might actually create the trout boom of this year.
The trout boom.
Yeah, the trout
That's
boom.
a very interesting take.
I think so. What about you guys? What do you guys think?
What do we think? In terms of like a fishing economy, right? Donald Trump is, in my opinion, one of the worst presidents due to his climate policies. Actually, possibly creating an ecological impact on the environment of fish. It's actually reducing the fish population, which in itself might drive up fish prices for the existing fishermen, but at the same time could result in catastrophe because of the fact, well, no fish.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think that funny orange man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to
It's
the
free buckets, no shits. Just free buckets, no shits.
I was gonna say that.
No.
No, you weren't.
Anyways,
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the the three.
read the lines.
To-
Read the lines. Don't go off script. You're not Markiplier.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mark.
Hello, everybody. My name is Three Buckets No Shits, and welcome to the.
God damn it.
Anyways, pizza. What pizza are you eating right now, Danny?
I have pepperoni pizza right now.
Pepperoni pizza. Is it good?
It was very good.
I have.
Is it from
I
Domino's
think-
Pizza?
Now, I just have a question, right? This is a very important question. You guys eat the crust of your pizzas.
Oh yes.
Absolutely.
What do you think of people that don't eat the crust of their
I
pizza?
think I think that they're really childish, extremely.
Either
Okay.
it's a child or wait, I can't use that. Or simple-minded.
You mean mentally challenged?
Simple-minded. Let's say that.
Mentally challenged, got it. What about a person that doesn't eat their crust, right? But takes the crust, leaves it for a day, and when they get hungry, they eat the rest of it.
I think they should be killed.
I think this is fine.
I don't think this
Now,
is fine.
why
And
do you
I think
think- why
if
do you
you
think-
think this is fine, you have problems.
Now, my question is, why would someone deserve capital punishment over that? It's a very
Because
contentious
it's
topic.
fucking weird.
Why?
That's why.
Why is it weird?
Just eat the thing. Just eat it.
What if they're like too full to eat it?
Hmm.
You're never too full to eat 2 more bites.
No,
But the
no,
crust.
but the thing is, right? I must agree that there were
No,
some people that might.
mommy, I don't want to. I don't want to eat more. I am full. Eat.
Have you looked in the mirror, Isaac? You look like a certified twink. Like,
No, he more looks like he works in a German sex dungeon right now.
it's
Have
same
I
thing.
ever? Have I
Same thing.
ever left the crust? We have eaten a good number of pizzas together.
Yeah?
Mhm.
Have you ever seen me leave the crust?
No.
Ever?
No. But at the same
That's my
time,
point.
But like,
I
you know,
might have
It's
misinterpreted the
fucking weird.
situation. But anyways,
but it's like, I'm not saying I'm not saying in an environment where you are at a restaurant, right?
In any environment, it is fucking weird.
So you think so you would say you're a pizza eating Puritan, you would say? Like that's your
If you
political
let
ideology?
it dry up, I think that you should be dried up as
then
well.
what about croutons? What about
Yeah.
like
What's that?
fucking? I don't know what are croutons.
You know,
Fucking
like the little dried bread things that are put into salad and shit.
yeah.
Oh
Those
yeah,
are
no,
croutons.
that can be pretty good.
I would like to interpret the same thing as the idea with croutons, right? Let's say that you don't like you have like some leftover bread, but then you then use it as to make croutons or something like that. I think it's the same way that with leftover pizza crust, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I think that if you make the bread kind of, stale and crunchy on purpose, that is all right. But if it happens accidentally and then you reuse it, that's fucking weird.
What?
Wait, no. But there's illogic in that because you said if it's accidentally left out, because someone not eating the crust is already intentional. So how can it be accidentally?
That's a good point, but what I'm saying is only for bread. If you're using
So what
crust
you're
in
implying
either
that
way and leaving crust dry, that is fucking weird in both cases.
question then, does that imply that pizza is not technically a dough-based substance,
It's dough, it's not bread.
but bread is made out of dough?
Yeah.
So it
Is pizza
dices.
All
classified as
bread
bread?
is dough, not all dough is bread. It's pretty simple.
What about banana bread?
That's bananas.
It has bread in the name.
But what about pizza?
Is it called pizza bread?
There's
Is that what it's called? It's
You
called
didn't realize
pizza
you can
dough.
make
that is-
bread
It's
out of
called
pizza
pizza
dough.
dough.
But pizza bread exists.
Yeah,
Have you ever
It's called
have,
pizza dough.
have you ever heard
It's
of
used for
focaccia?
pizza.
yeah, focaccia. Yeah. I love focaccia.
Never heard of that.
Fuck, I'm
You
hungry. Anyways, this is the side segment where
uncivilized
I'll be
brute.
eating family-sized Cheez-Its really loudly. Continue.
He will.
Can you please
He
eat
will.
fat? Are you eating? Are you eating just a bag of Cheez-Its right now?
Yes. Um. My brother.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Peas in a Pod
Fuck off.
podcast.
No.
I'm your
Shut up. Right.
Shut up, child.
So my brother, like during summer, ordered around 6 family-sized boxes of Cheez-Its, which is 1 pound 5 ounces, one box of these, or
Okay.
600 grams basically, and that are expiring February 12th.
So you gotta eat all of them right now.
Or to throw them away, yeah.
But I think you're gonna eat all of them.
No, there's way too many. There's still 5 unopened boxes.
Wait,
There's never too much food
five.
for you, and you know that.
Wait, 5 unopened boxes. How many kilos is that
2 point.
or grams?
That's 3 kilos basically.
So you have till what? Which day?
By the 12th
By the 12th.
of February.
So 2.3 kilos. So you have 2,300 grams.
How did you get that value? I said 3 kilos.
Oh, you said 3 kilos. Sorry, 3,000 grams. Okay. So you have 3,000 grams, and you said to which date?
The 12th of February. This year.
Currently, today is the 18th. So how many days do you have left? 19. So that's 7, and then that's. Hold on, I'm checking the fucking dates. 7,
While Danny's
14,
checking the dates, I'm still eating the family-sized Cheez-It.
14, 21,
I think that's beautiful.
22, 23, 24, 25, 24, 20, 25 days. So each day, if you want to eat the cheeses before they expire, you need to have 120 gram serving per day.
120 grams serving. Surprisingly, a single serving is 30 grams, and if we multiply it by 4, try to get the how much I need to eat on a single day.
Yeah. Yes.
Every day, I'd be eating an additional 600 calories.
Yes.
I will go obese in a matter of a single month.
But then, yeah, don't you want to make yourself a strongman build?
There's a difference between strongman and obesity. Strongman actually
Yeah,
train.
the difference is that you train, so you should train while eating.
Exactly.
The issue is I also have school, so I can't devote completely myself to training.
But you should lift weight.
I guess, yeah, and I'm doing that, but still.
How about you do some indoor exercises in your room?
Anyways,
Then, yeah, have you thought of how much muscle you would have had if you did push-ups instead of reading Wikipedia?
shit, I could be on Mr. Olympiad right now.
Exactly. Exactly. Right, Isaac?
That's true. I can confirm that.
You concur?
Yes, I do.
For this just joining viewers,
No.
Calc actually stands for calculator.
Calc stands for calculator, guys, if you didn't know. But I have a question, Daniela. How is your procrastination going?
Okay.
I have
What do you
a
mean?
different question. What's your
Okay.
favorite form of procrastination?
Yes.
Ooh, my favorite form. Like in what way? Like in what way?
Like what? So
What's
if you
your
have
favorite way to waste time?
exactly. So let's say you have a deadline due in about 2 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to do something about it. What are you doing? How are you procrastinating? How are you wasting your time so that in the final day you're going, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, I haven't wrote a single word.
Wait, let me find it. It's a 10,000 piece. It's a 10,000.
Why was there titties?
Nobody was watching that. It's a 10,000 piece puzzle of the United States Bill Clinton, United States dollar.
Yes, yes, the $100 bill famously has Bill Clinton on it.
Not Bill Clinton.
Famously,
The $100 bill. Reverse it
yes,
up, please.
not Bill Clinton, Benjamin Franklin.
Mm-hmm.
Benjamin Franklin.
Benjamin Franklin, yeah. $100 bill. Reverse and obtuse. Yeah.
Interesting.
How many hours do you spend on this
Let me
per
pull up-
day?
Fucking hell. I spent around an hour and 30 minutes on that.
Okay, that's not too bad. I had worse forms of procrastination, honestly.
What else?
My favorite.
Another
Tell me.
another favorite method is playing Deadlock with you guys.
Daniela, the last time you played Deadlock was yesterday, not even today.
Yeah, and if you would look at the charts, if you would consult the charts, 2 hours 40 minutes,
When?
44 minutes. Let's see.
Also, Danny, the last time we played Deadlock together, you told me that you already played 6 games prior to that, before we played even a single game.
Oh, that's insane though. Yeah.
6 games. The average Deadlock game is more than
Yes,
half
I
an
played
hour.
6 hours in a row.
Locked in, as one might say. For those who are just joining, Deadlock is a MOBA game.
It's addiction.
And
Yeah.
I uninstalled it. Was it yesterday? Or
I have
3 days ago?
212 hours on the game now.
Wait, 202.
You should
And you're
rethink your
still
life
not a
choices.
canist.
No, yes. You know why?
Why?
Shit teammates. Because right now,
I think
in the
your
last
aim
week-
might be bad.
no, I have good aim now. I have good aim. I have good aim. I get usually the highest kill rates in all my team. Always the highest. I always have a positive KD. and I main Warden. And Warden actually has a very, very shit bullet velocity, so you actually have to, you know, lead your shots. It takes a little bit more of a brain cell than, let's say, to play Haze. Haze is, well, how should I put this? It's mouse one. That's your entire gameplay. Nothing else, nothing more. Mouse one. Maybe you have to click 1, 2, and 3 or 4 sometimes. 4 most of the time when you just want aimbot.
Mm-hmm.
But that's it. I don't think Hayes is a very hard very hard player. I'm sorry, not a very hard character to play. I will say that.
Mm-hmm.
I think, honestly, I don't even think many of the Deadlock characters are that hard to play. Actually, there are a few. But right now, like, probably the easiest to play right now is, like, if you like point and click adventures, I would say is Vindicta.
In my opinion, the easiest character to play right now is maybe, who would it be?
In your humble opinion, what is it?
In my humble opinion, I would say Infernus.
Infernus?
Yeah, he
That's
has a
fair.
really overpowered build that you can just extremely rely on. He has a
You mean
great.
the toxic bullet build with
No,
ricochet?
it's number 2 build, the Fire Dash.
Oh, that one. Oh, that one.
Yeah.
That very stupid one.
Well, and then
With
he
the
also
extra
has
card?
his burn, which makes
Yeah.
follow up really easy. In addition, Ricochet is really stronger than him as well, so
Yeah, because he just puts more burn on.
yeah.
And like if you want anti heal, people usually go for toxic bullets because then you also have a 2 point, it's like 2 point something damage per second,
Mm-hmm.
which
yeah. Huh?
makes him really strong as a character.
What noise did Isaac make right now?
Did I make a noise?
It was like, "Oh!" You get what I mean?
I was completely quiet. I actually didn't even hear anything.
I think
On Discord I saw you like your light up
glow
green.
green.
That's weird.
Mm.
God, this quest is so good.
Anyways,
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Peas in a Pod
Shut the
podcast.
fuck
it's
up.
free
I'm your
buckets, no
host,
shits. Get it right.
Isaac. And today we're gonna be ranking presidents.
Let
Which
me pull
president?
up the president tier list. Actually, no. Let me pull out the Wikipedia article for all the presidents. Actually, we're going to be rating the terms. So,
Okay.
for those who are just joining
We're starting from the beginning.
those who are just joining the voice, for the podcast, the
Podcast?
when you
Yeah,
buy
we
the
are a
Bobadine, oh, fucking him. For those who are just joining the podcast, where you will have to imagine some things right now, I would recommend going to wikipedia.org/wiki/list of presidents of the United States for the full experience.
We're gonna put that on screen right now.
No, we're not. I'm not
Who's
showing.
gonna edit? Who's gonna edit the video in post?
I am not.
I'm not.
Viewer,
Danny, you're
you'll
doing
have
it.
to take this as a visual journey to train your imagination.
Someone's gonna have to edit the video.
I'm not editing it.
You're editing
We're just
it,
uploading
I'm not
this.
editing it.
Just
I don't know how to edit.
Danila, you're editing it.
I'm not editing, so I'm just going to upload it as it is.
You're not uploading it as it is.
I'm uploading it as it is. It must be raw. It must be raw. Anyways,
Either Isaac teaches me to edit, and then I'll edit.
I'm gonna teach you to edit.
look at the shattered screen. Here are the presidents. The first president, George Washington, term 1789 to 1797. What do you think of him?
I think he was honestly, as the lead as the first American president, it made sense because practically he was a unifying force between the North and the South, North and Southern states, and was extremely influential for that to keep kind of the federal, how should I say, kind of keeping that federal image open and keeping the former colonies in check, and that they wouldn't just gain more autonomy as it were, and create a very, let's say, a much more loose union.
Mm-hmm.
Also, he was the also I mean he was the most famous general. He was the most kind of the poster boy for the American Revolution, right?
So,
Mm.
out of 47, where would you rank him?
Out of 47.
Yeah, we have 47 of
Can
those.
we do like can we do an S tier thing? Can we do like
Yeah, let
S
me
tier?
pull up the tier lists. Teammaker.com, and then let me make US presidents. We're also counting the presidents now. No. US presidents.
Yes, President. There you go.
I have no idea if we have most. US presidents, Google.
There you go.
That's good.
It's going to be
That's good.
difficult finding them though, so.
It's fine. George Washington,
alright.
I would put him in S.
S tier. We're going to upload the image afterwards onto the OBS studio and have it there for a bit, covering after Donald Trump.
Yeah.
George Washington, S tier.
S tier. S tier.
Let's move down the list. John Adams.
John Adams.
I have no idea who he is. I usually forget the second president. I just immediately skip to Thomas Jefferson, so he gets minus points for that, I would guess.
I mean, honestly, I don't know much about him either. I
Yeah.
really don't know what John
So-
Adams did much.
We'll put him in. He doesn't seem bad. There
I'll
was
probably put him like in B tier.
B tier. Let's put him B tier. John Adams. What's his image? That
You
is
know what I think?
B. Yeah.
I think that we should change the topic because this is kind of boring.
Oh, shut up. Name is Thomas Jefferson. He's on the $5 bill. Is he
No,
20?
that's Andrew Jackson is on the 20.
Who's on the $5 bill? It's not Washington. It's it's Abe.
It's Abe. It's Abe, my boy
Sorry, my
Abe.
bad. Thomas Jefferson.
So the thing is that I don't necessarily like him. I mean, okay, he did stop the transatlantic slave trade from happening. Like he banned the new importation of slaves into the country under his presidency. But my problem with him is that more about his personal life, where he impregnated one of his own slaves, and then made his practical, and the slave that birthed his child was then also made to work on the plantation.
That's not very nice.
Not cool, not great. I would say it's an Isaac moment, definitely. I think Isaac would do something
Exactly.
like that.
Exactly. We
I
all
think
know what
I
you
had-
did with the French chick.
We all know.
Just
We all know.
fine.
We all know. Anyways,
You know.
so
No, we're addressing this right now.
with that,
We're
where
addressing
do we
this right
putting
now.
Thomas Jefferson?
We're addressing this. We're addressing what you just
putting him
said right now.
in C tier.
C tier.
We're addressing what just
We're
happened.
not addressing. We're not addressing
Uh,
anything.
who's
we're
next?
addressing what just happened right now.
James
Next
Madison.
James Madison. What the fuck did he do again? My history of like the first few presidents is pretty ass. Like I
So he led from 1808 to 1812.
Oh, during the fucking Napoleonic Wars.
Napoleonic was. Are we going to cheat and open up his Wikipedia page?
Yeah, let's see what he did.
Let's see what he did. James
Let's see.
Madison. I'm creating the Wikipedia page. Was an American founding the fourth president.
Yeah, all right,
Public-
James Madison. He did the Bill of Rights. I forgot.
Yeah, but what he did
Yeah.
do as a president led into the War of 1812. Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. When the British burnt down.
Re-elected.
When the British burnt down the White House.
He made the second
was
bank of
huge.
the United States, title of 1816. Ceded the 26 million acres of Native American tribe land.
Of the land to the United
Okay,
States.
so he basically stole the Indian land of.
So let me see this. He went to a war with Britain, well, with Canada, in other words.
Mm-hmm.
Had the White House burned down because of it.
Mm-hmm.
But then, after the War of 1812, Britain and America became the longest-standing allies.
You're bugging out on this one. Could you repeat that?
So first he indirectly caused the White House to burn down
Mm-hmm.
because of the Canadian sacking of Washington D.C. Right
Mm-hmm.
in 1812. However, which then led with the peace treaty of 1812, it led to long-standing peace and allyship with Great Britain and the United States. Right. Now, the other thing about him was I mean, even before his presidency, he was, and I forgot about this and I just remember, but practically he was the guy that proposed the Bill of Rights for um how should I say, he proposed the Bill of Rights for well, the United States. You know, what every American citizen enjoys for the protection. And uh what else did he do? What else did he do? Shit. Can we go back to Wikipedia, please? Because as I said, I kind of forgot a bunch of this stuff. All
Anyways,
right. Stole Native American land. Right.
uh,
Right. He stole a Native American land.
oh my God,
Now,
Isaac,
some might
this can be
say,
that boring. This can be that boring that you're pulling out my fanboy from a demo.
then yeah,
Anyways,
actually, Isaac, do you want me to get you the actual game?
no
Oh,
response. I
no
think he muted
comment.
this.
I'm getting you the actual game.
Is it out yet?
It's been out for a while, dude.
It's been out.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
On the topic, where do we put James Madison?
Honestly, I would also
Let's
put
see.
him in C tier.
Oh, Aki, he looks like this. C tier. Okay, who's next? James Monroe, the infamous Monroe Doctrine. Um, I don't know. I know the Monroe Doctrine. It's kind of important. It was important in setting up at his U.S. diplomacy in much of the early century to establish basically America to be an isolationist country for most of the time, right? Which in itself is like an interesting thing, which
I mean,
influenced.
yeah, he practically he wrote the Monroe Doctrine, right?
Yeah.
Well, he declared it, and in what was it, in 1821 he declared it. I remember, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
During the what was it? I forget what it's called. The presidential dinner, I think it's called.
Mm,
Practically where it's the way they sit down and they haven't, and then practically the president declares like what they're gonna do, and so yeah, the Monroe Doctrine practically was kind of in a good-hearted intention that, you know, it would protect it would protect or support the independence and sovereignty of American nations. Though that is disputed due to as it will be seen through later history of America's, let's say, westward expansion, such as
hint,
Manifest
hint.
Destiny.
Roosevelt. Hint, hint. Eisenhower. Um, continue.
Yes, yes. So you could say that the Monroe Doctrine was then grossly misused after him with successive presidents. So you can't really blame him for what was going to happen later. So I would say, honestly, B tier.
Beat, yeah. Okay.
Also, he was the guy that also looked at the Missouri. He also was the one that did the Missouri Compromise, which said at a specific parallel at what parallel the where slave owning states can be, which
That's
led
no
to a
good.
lot of scuffles. And honestly, the reason that he had to do it is because if he didn't do that, there would be bad war.
Mm-hmm.
And the Missouri Compromise was supposed to keep a fragile peace between the North and South, because there was already a growing divide between the two, with the North industrializing while the South still being a very agricultural based economy that was on slaves,
Mm-hmm.
because that's how they made most of their money. It's how they made most of their cash. But it's actually a long-standing it's a long-standing myth that one of the reasons for the Civil War, and I don't mean to go on this tangent, but one of the long-standing myths about the Civil War is it was about taxes. It really wasn't, because already at the Civil War, 80% of government revenue actually came from the port of New York City through tariffs. That was 80% of the government revenue. Because otherwise, income taxes didn't exist during that time.
That's cool. Anyways, John Quincy Adams.
So, did we put James Madison to B tier?
Yeah, B tier. John.
What did this guy do? What did he
Let's
do?
see. Adams negotiated. Uh, Adams, all members competed no House contingent. During Adams' presidency, Democratic Republican Party split into two major camps: National Republican Party and Jackson's Democratic Party. Democrats proved to be more effective. They elected. There's literally nothing.
Okay.
He did nothing. Nothing
Let's
ever
put him in
happened.
like. Let's just put him in like
Nothing ever happens.
D tier.
D tier. Yeah.
No, like rising tensions between nothing
Next
stuff, and he
next
did
is
nothing.
Andrew Jackson.
Andrew
Okay,
Jackson.
Andrew Jackson.
S tier.
Now,
S tier just because of swag. S tier just because of swag.
I mean, look, if we're doing for the memes, I would put Andrew Jackson in S tier. But if we're also talking as literally, one of the worst presidents to exist.
Damn.
One of the worst. He was. It is a well-known fact that he was illiterate. Illiterate. He didn't know how to read or write.
He looks like an illiterate.
Because he was a I think he was a poor farmer by his upbringing. So in other words, he killed a bunch of Indians. That's well known. Like he contributed to the part of the Indian genocide which happened. Well, if I'm more politically correct, Native Americans.
That's what he looks like. I can
He beat a man to death with a cane, and actually is the only president in the United States to have the most amount of duels. Like he broke the record in the amount of duels.
Honestly,
Duels?
bad president, but a cool guy it seems. Like
Horrible president, but unprecedented amount of bigotry swag.
big.
He also was like he also caused not second burning down of the White House, but practically for his inauguration, the White House was so trashed that it took I think about 2 years to clean up.
Damn.
Because he practically allowed a hillbilly mob to enter in and then just
No,
drink
wait,
yeah.
I read this on Wikipedia about this, so haha, I know more than you. Right, like the White House used to hold these like whenever the open house was actually open to most people, right? The White House, if you wanted to enter, you could enter. It was like more or less open, right? And then whenever the president got elected, they opened like an open house and then had like a big party, right? Andrew Jackson's party was so big, so boisterous, right? And it had like almost 20,000 people that they had to get people out of the party by getting so much whiskey outside of the house to get all the drunk farmers and hillbillies, as you said, out of the house to actually get the people out of the house. It's like insane to me. But yeah, continue.
So S tier, definitely S tier.
S tier.
Yep.
Anyways, so who else? Who's next? Martin van Buren.
I had no idea what this guy did. I know he spoke a bunch of languages though. Actually, no. I think his funny enough, I think he actually spoke. His first language was Dutch. Then his second language was English. Interesting enough.
Because we don't know much about him, let's put him in C tier. He might have killed a bunch of children, but we don't know, so we'll assume that. William Henry Harrison. He is so funny because he was the president for 30 days.
Yeah, and then he got shot, didn't he?
No, he was a president for 30 days because he died of pneumonia.
Wait, he died of pneumonia?
Yeah.
So he was a 30-day president?
Yeah. Well, how about it? Death and funeral. Demanding took his daily, Yeah, he did not change his clothes after the rainstorm, and then he got ill with cold-like symptoms and sent to his doctor. Well, laxative, bloodletting. God damn, I want to be in the 19th century because I want to be administered laudanum, opium, and camphor alongside with wine and brandy.
Where's Landrum actually?
It's opium.
It's opium? Oh shit, okay.
So opium, and camphor.
The fuck does camphor do?
Um,
You're a chemist, so you should know.
uses but topical. Uh, history of I don't know. It used to be a medicine.
Used to be medicine. Okay. Okay.
30 days. He didn't do much.
D tier.
Really.
Actually, no. Let's just say let's put another tier and call it too soon.
No, we actually have to grade them. So we can't just put them in something else.
Let's put him in D tier.
Detail. Yeah, didn't do anything. Who's next? John Tyler, the vice president.
What did he do?
Slaveholding Virginia family.
That's not surprising. A lot of presidents like
Tyler
Madison.
immediately took presidential oath of office. Strict constructionist. Created vetoed national bank and tariff rates. Then resigned shortly into his term. Whigs expelled him from the party and dubbed him his accidency.
It's crazy. Okay, I would say let's put him in B tier. The only reason it is because of his fucking nickname.
Kriti Wangia, believe in manifest destiny, annexation of Texas.
You saw that?
No, he offered it to Texas. Yeah.
All right.
Fucking.
Let's put him in. He annexed Texas, so Texas good state. So put him in B.
But I have no idea. Like this, John Tyler. Wait. Excuse me. I could ask him. B.
He annexed Texas, so chill thing.
He proposed to annex James K. Polk. 1845, 1849.
What did he do?
I don't know. As far as I remember, I have like a feeling that he was in Victoria 3, so that's something.
Yeah, I mean, you start with in Victoria 3. You actually start with Andrew Jackson.
Actually.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Because you started in.
Anyways, Isaac, how are you feeling about James K. Polk? Let's have Isaac explain his opinion and feelings about James K. Polk.
I think that this whole section is gonna get cut out in post.
I'm the one editing this video, don't you remember?
You said you're editing the video? You didn't say that.
Yeah, I said that. You said I was going to edit the video. I'm not going to edit the video, but I have the file. I have full agency over the video. Haha.
Okay, if you're editing the video right now, put a water bottle on screen right now.
Why?
And now spin it. Now spin it. Spin it around.
Wait. You won't believe. You won't
In
believe.
post. In post.
In post.
Now stop it. Now it's stopped. Now it's 180 degrees. Rotated. It's upside down right now.
Oh, it's just okay.
Now smush it.
Ah.
Now it's squished down. And it's fading. It's fading. Okay, it's not on the screen anymore.
Okay, good to know. What do you feel about James K. Polk? What do you feel about James K. Polk?
Never heard of the guy.
You seem like you seem like a polkist actually, Isaac.
So
what did he do?
From S to F, what do you put him?
I would say put him in D. I haven't actually. Let's put him in C because we have no idea what he did.
Okay.
He didn't do anything.
Well, it says though he's relatively obscure today, scholars have ranked Polk in the upper tier of American presidents.
D for didn't do shit.
Okay, good enough. D.
Next one.
Next one.
Next.
Zachary Taylor.
What did he do?
I don't know.
He was the 12th president. Like, read. I want to read. Ugh.
Damn insane.
Oh, he was in the Mexican American War.
He died in 1850.
Hmm.
He was in the Mexican American War. Okay. Yeah. Plantation owners, slave owners, yay.
Of
Uh,
course.
so practically,
He was a president for 16 months. Historians have described them more forgettable president than a failed one.
let's put him in like D.
Yeah. Who's
Next
next?
one,
Millard Fillmore.
Fillmore. What the fuck did he do?
I have no idea.
Let's look at him. Let's go look at him.
I don't feel like it. He was probably an
Okay.
Offenberger also.
Another-
Compromise of 1850. He passed the Compromise of
Oh,
1850.
he passed the compromise of 1850?
Yeah.
Was the compromise of 1850? I'm just
Practically
asking.
that,
I'm just asking for the viewers.
Practically the compromise of 1850 was so when the Mexican American War ended, right? You practically had a bunch of new territory, right? From New Mexico, California, all the way up to from what was it? From New Mexico to California, also, Minnesota and stuff like that, all the way from the top. All of that was new territory, right? And they had to figure out, okay, are these going to be slave owning states or not slave owning states, right? So, practically, it said that the new slave owning states, right? So that there would be no new slave owning states after that. So, New Mexico wasn't be a slave owning state. Nevada wasn't going to be, California not.
Mhm.
All of these things, they were not going to be slave owning states. And the funny thing about that is actually Texas was supposed to be a lot bigger than what it actually is today. But the reason it's not is because its territory went up the parallel, which then would cause the Missouri Compromise to trigger, which would then cause them to be not allowed to have slavery. So they actually had to give up territory to actually be a slave-owning state. That's why, for example, Oklahoma exists.
Obviously, just because of that D tier. But
Tier.
if we're ignoring that,
D tier. Oklahoma exists because of him.
if we're ignoring
D tier.
the existence of Oklahoma, honestly, hearing that, I would put him in A tier. That is
A tier.
pretty good.
All right.
A tier.
Slavery is not very great.
Franklin Pierce.
I have no idea, but look at that chiseled jawline, though.
Is that what you'd have to put him in a high tier?
I would probably put him like high B.
Little do you
High
know,
B
he
is
actually
okay.
was a major account of making rampant tension between North and South.
Yeah.
He was,
Yeah.
yeah, so, in or deteriorating relations.
Deteriorating relations.
Okay, I would put that for D tier, maybe F.
D tier. Well, actually, wait. Was he for slavery or against slavery? I forgot.
Well, he did nothing about it, so let's see.
Was he from a slave owning? Oh, he was from New Hampshire.
Ew.
Oh, okay. So he was a centrist, in other words. Ew. Put him in F tier, just for being a centrist.
Yeah, there we go, F tier. Oh, his popularity declined sharply in the northern states after he supported the Kansas-Nebraska Act, which nullified the Missouri Compromise. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep,
F
F
tier,
tier,
genuinely
F tier.
bad. Who's next?
F
James
tier.
Buchanan.
Buchanan
Uh,
Jr.
Buchanan.
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 James
Where does
Buchanan.
Albert Einstein come in?
He's not a fucking president, dumbass.
Just where you were going to add him.
Which number?
57.
Literally. Okay, in other words,
Wow.
let's see. What did Buchanan do?
He was an advocate for states' rights, particularly regarding slavery.
Okay, cringe. Put that in cringe tier. Cringe tier.
So he was a homosexual.
So he was a pro-slavery homosexual.
That feels like
That's beautiful.
that feels
That
like
is an oxymoron.
that is
I
like
feel
the
like
equivalent of a fruity conservative. It feels like that.
no, it's more like a femboy conservative.
We need one of those. Anyways,
Didn't you know? Anyways, continue. Let's put him in D tier. Low D tier.
Aditya, James Aditya for Dukanan,
Who's next?
Abraham
Oh,
Lincoln.
Abe! Abe, that is immediate S tier. Immediate
S
S
tier.
tier.
We all know why. We all know why. If you don't open up the Wikipedia article for Abe
Proclamation
Lincoln,
Emancipation.
yeah, Emancipation. He led the
Proclamation. Emancipation Proclamation.
Proclamation, all that good shit.
14th and 15th and 16th Amendment, I believe.
Yep. The blacks are free. You can't sell them anymore.
Yeah, it's just that it's unfortunate that he couldn't get a lot more done due to his assassination.
Yeah.
Which then led to Andrew Johnson being president, who was Democrats during that time, which actually kind of stopped the Reconstruction of the South.
Oh, that's bad.
For a
So
Yeah.
but
So
D tier.
I would D tier. Yeah, it stopped Reconstruction for a bit.
Ulysses Grant. What about him?
Great general. Loved him. Loved him. Main general for the Union. Many victories. Practically got was handed fucking General Lee's surrender letter, which was very cool. He also was a staunch Reconstructionist,
That's good.
so he was fucking pushing for it. So I would say definite A tier.
Also, on the topic here, could we explain to the viewers what Reconstruction is?
So the period of Reconstruction was after the war, when the antebellum South was reintegrated back into the Union. And the thing is that Reconstruction was supposed to rebuild and practically, in other words, completely rewire how the South works, right? That it no longer was a slave economy. But there was a lot of pushback because of it, because of of staunch racial hatred, and not to mention the lost cause myth becoming so pervasive. With the lost cause meaning that the South, that the lost cause myth being that the southern states rebellion was actually noble intentions, even though the entire reason that the Confederate States of America even existing in the first place was the protection and expansion of slavery as an institution. So
Right.
that's
That's good enough as a basic overview. Thank you. Rutherford B. Hayes,
Rutherford B. Hayes.
staunch abolitionist from Ohio.
I would put that like in
Good enough, C tier.
high B. I would probably put like low B.
I've never heard of him, so yeah. James Garfield, just because of the name.
He got shot.
Yeah, that's also cool.
He got shot. So high C.
High C. Above. I'd put him above this guy. I forgot his name already. Chester A. Arthur.
S tier.
Really?
The reason I put him at S tier was that during the time there was this thing called political machines, where practically where the elites created these massive institutional frameworks that could then chose who was going to lead the country within Congress, within the legislature, and within the executive branch of who's president, right? These were called political machines. Everyone fucking hated them. Everyone knew that they existed. And MacArthur was actually a part of the political machine, with the most famous one being in New York City, right? Now, the interesting thing about him is that he was a part of it, joined it, rose through the ranks, and then when he became president, completely destroyed it from the inside out. He was like, "No, I'm not allowing you to do this shit anymore." So, kills them, kills off the political machines, bringing back a semblance of political stability within the country. Bringing a semblance of political transparency within the system.
That's good.
There was no longer so corrupt. So S tier immediately.
S tier.
Love Chester A.
Love
Chester A. Arthur.
Expansion of U.S. Navy is also good. Implementation of harsh restrictions for migrants. I don't know. I think the other things justify in terms of US involvement. Anyways, Grover or Cleveland?
I mean,
Cleveland.
Cleveland, he didn't do much. Uh, he didn't do much for the simple fact that he was just really known to be kind of the walrus-looking guy because he had a very bulbous nose. He had a really bad case of rosacea, which also meant his nose was really, really bad. Like it's crinkly as shit. Like
Put up a picture of
he was very self-conscious about his nose.
put up a picture of the the dude from Family Guy.
The noted. Anyways,
He did just so that the public wouldn't be like how should I say, just because he did just so the public never knew about this, he actually went on a boat, on a steamboat, had a bunch of doctors in the middle of the night take out oral cancer from his mouth.
Hmm.
No, sorry, no, brain cancer actually,
brain
if I remember
cancer.
correctly. Yeah. So in the middle of the night, and so that the public wouldn't know.
Hmm.
So secret agent type shit. Uh, B tier, just because of interesting story.
Yeah, me too. Fair enough. Who's next?
That guy.
Benjamin Harrison.
Don't know what he did.
Me neither. C tier.
Uh,
William McKinley.
what did
Ooh.
he do again?
He was okay as far as I know.
I would probably put him like in B tier.
Yeah. B
Like low
tier.
B.
Teddy Roosevelt.
Teddy goes S.
S.
Teddy is S. I would even put him above Washington, honestly.
Above Washington. Even
Yeah.
above Abe.
I would put Abe right after Teddy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like that.
Okay. What else?
So I mean, do we even need an introduction why he deserves S tier, like Teddy Roosevelt? Do we even need an
Oh,
introduction?
to the viewers and people like Isaac, we kind of need. So
Okay, so he.
Oh no, I understand entirely. It's just for the viewers. Don't get that wrong.
of course.
Right. So Teddy Roosevelt, right? The reason he's so fucking based, one of the first reasons, is that he was actually the first guy to create national parks. To create a national park, Yellowstone
good.
National Park, if I remember correctly, or was it Yosemite? I can't remember if it was Yosemite or Yellowstone.
Yellowstone, I think, is the first one. But yeah,
I think it
continue.
was Yellowstone, right? So he was a conservationist to his core. He wasn't a conservationist before, but he became a conservationist after. I don't know what triggered it, but one of the stories is that there was one time there was no Christmas tree, if I remember correctly, in the house, and the kids were asking why. It's because he said that no wood shall be cut down again, just for us to enjoy it for a little bit, something along the lines of that.
Okay,
Great
damn.
guy, and not to mention this guy was a menace. He took when he was campaigning for his second term, if I remember correctly, he was shot in the chest. Shot in the chest.
He was shot at.
He was
but
shot
then
in
his book, Bible or
his
whatever,
book-
right?
his Bible literally saves him, and practically, and it only grazed his chest. It only grazed it.
And
right?
then he continued speaking for 30 minutes later.
No, it was an hour. It was an hour.
An hour.
It was
damn.
an hour long speech, and then he's taken to the hospital.
Based.
To finish his speech. Not to mention that, for example, when there was a mining coal strike, and this was during the infamous coal wars, when there was a mining coal strike in the Appalachian regions, practically the industrialists were like saying, "Yo, can you please send in the army to regain the control, so we can get to work back?" And he said, "Wait a minute, what if we send the army in, take control of the mines, and we give the people a better pay than you guys?" And the industrialists were like, "No, no, 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 no." So he was actually, a lot of the times, he was a president for the small man, I would say, definitely a president for the small man.
President for the small man.
So not only that, but he had probably one of the most ambitious things he's done through his career was slapping Standard Oil, practically it was slapping Standard Oil with a bunch of antitrust laws, which led to the breakdown of Standard Oil as monopoly.
That's good actually, yeah. And if we like ignoring all the domestic stuff, in addition, his foreign policy if you were like talking about this from a perspective of like the modern anti-US imperialist theory, it was quite bad in that regards. But in terms of US, for the US, it was amazing, right? It established a great navy. It established, actually, you say, as a great power, effectively.
I would not say a great power as of yet, but a major power definitely.
Yeah,
With
major
the
power.
world stage.
Basically, well, actually, back to McKinley, he was the guy who led the Spanish. He was the person who led to U.S. re-entering the foreign policy into foreign relations, actually,
Yeah.
and by participation in the U.S.-Cuba War. So that is cool.
Which actually, funny enough, Theodore Roosevelt was a part of.
Yeah, as the
With Rough Riders.
33rd Horse Riders or whatever.
Rough Riders.
Rough Riders, yeah. The Rough Riders. Oh, that's cool. Awesome sauce. William Howard Taft. That's next.
Practically, he he had a diplomacy. Practically, what was it? It was called dollars for bullets.
Dollars for bullets.
If I remember correctly, yeah. So practically, what he would do is in Latin America. So he would he would practically send money to support many, let's just say, groups that would be so that would be, let's say, for governments that then would be U.S. orientated, right?
Mm-hmm.
So practically, he supplied a lot of money to these groups for them to buy weapons, and they can overthrow the governments, for example. Yeah, he was kind of an interesting guy. And the thing is that, I mean, practically he took a much more, let's say, soft version of diplomacy of Roosevelt's, big stick diplomacy. Dollar diplomacy was called. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
It was called dollar diplomacy, or yeah.
Yeah.
And practically, yeah, he was just, let's just say, on the foreign policy level, he was much more softer, but it was much more subtle the way he did it when it came to meddling within Latin American countries, I would say.
Mm-hmm. So where does that put him? What do you think?
Uh, I would probably put him a strong strong
B.
B,
B.
strong B.
Yeah, good enough. Woodrow Wilson.
Woodrow Wilson.
Honestly,
Bitch,
don't like him. Honestly, I don't like him.
bitch tier,
We
bitch
might
tier.
say, oh, but he drafted like the Constitution or whatever, like the idea of the League of Nations. He didn't
Yeah,
even join it.
didn't even join it because of unpopular sentiment back home. So
Bad president.
definitely bad
C tier.
president.
Didn't join the US. Remained isolationist, even as the
Yeah.
US could have just easily joined and steamrolled the Germans. Yeah, C tier for me.
Yep. Okay. Next one. We
Warren
have
G. Harding.
honestly forgettable president.
Forgettable. D tier.
Also Calvin Coolidge, another forgettable Republican president.
He looks forgettable.
He's really forgettable. Legitimately a forgettable president.
Okay. Herbert Hoover.
I feel like he's one of the most misunderstood presidents.
Continue.
Genuinely.
I would have
The
immediately
reason-
put him in FT, but continue.
The reason I would say he was one of the most misunderstood presidents is because there was no economic, in recent history to that time, in contemporary history for them, there was no economic peril that ever existed before the Great Depression. So practically, when he was following
I would disagree.
so when he was following the policy of his predecessors, he didn't expect such a terrible economic implosion, in other words. And that practically he was just following I would say he was following the sentiment of his economic advisors and the general public that it might get better at some point, but then he understood that it won't. It won't. And that's when he started creating the infrastructure plans, when he started actually created the, what was it, I forgot what was it called, the Reconstruction Corporation, where they started infrastructure projects to boost and stimulate the economy. But that wasn't enough because already the American economy was in a trough. It wasn't coming out anytime soon. So, which led his presidency to be really, really, really bad. Not only that, it's also that he gravely mishandled the bonus marcher incident, which even led further in the decline of public opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what made him not a good president was that he was an engineer by trade, not a politician.
Interesting.
That's the thing. Also, but the reason I liked him a lot is because he was actually one of the only president. He was the only president that knew Chinese. And
Legit.
yeah, he was the one and only president that spoke perfect Chinese. And funny
Huh.
enough, he actually, when he was on a diplomatic mission in China, they asked him to translate a bunch of things. They didn't ask their own translators. They asked him to translate.
That's cool. Anyways, Chinese.
So I would say gravely misunderstood president, low
I
B tier.
see.
High C. High
I
C.
see. C for Chinese. Right, Roosevelt, but the other one,
Roosevelt overrated. I would say low A.
Franklin D. Roosevelt.
Low A. Low A.
Fair. I won't
The
argue.
only reason that America was actually able to get out of its economic slog was because of World War II, which then
Yes.
ramped up practically arms production, which led to a huge boost in the economy. The mobilization of resources and individuals led to America getting out of that economic trough.
Right. Yeah, we agreed. That was quick and simple. Now, Harry S. Truman.
A tier. He bombed Japan. Pretty funny.
He bombed Japan. Okay, good. What else did he do?
He also okay.
The post-war economic boom. That's good.
Yeah, it was good, but the problem with Harry S. Truman was that he never even wanted to be president in the first place.
Yeah.
That's one thing for sure. And he also oversaw the Korean War.
Did he?
Yeah, he did. You don't remember?
Oh yeah, I see. I don't know.
Yeah, he oversaw the Korean War. Well, luckily he did also with one of his decisions. That's why I say low A tier. Was that he did stop MacArthur from creating a sea of irradiated cobalt on the North Korean Chinese border because Chester MacArthur wanted to put 50 nukes down there during the Korean War. So I would probably put him in low A tier. Low A tier.
Low A tier.
Because like
Also, common Truman doctrine really helpful in rebuilding of Europe after World War II.
Yeah,
I'd say.
but also led to heightened tensions between the USSR and the
Yeah, but what can you do about it? They were already pretty high, if you would say.
True. I mean, was there even a grand alliance to begin with in World War II? Or
It was
just
more like a
American?
giant compliance.
It's more like the only reason I'm embedded with you is because we both hate the same fucking person.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, Eisenhower, he created the CIA, military industrial complex.
High B tier.
Yeah, not bad. But he was like the leader of the most prosperous country of the time. Like no wars, nothing bad. It was just smooth sailing and money.
True. But
however, I must. His foreign policy was whack because of it actually really did lead to really heightening of extreme tensions to his reluctance to actually conduct an armed talks with USSR.
Not only that, also with the Cuban debacle.
That too, I guess. I don't know that much about that much.
Practically, when was he president again? Let me just check again.
1953, 1961. So
the
he
thing
was the
with
president
him is that with Cuba, so practically Cuba got its revolution in 1959, right? He was the one that placed the embargo on Cuba. He placed the embargo on Cuba, which led to worsening situations and much more tense situations with Cuba, and also with his plans he gave to the CIA. He actually formulated the idea for the Bay of Pigs, not John F. Kennedy.
Oh yeah, also banana republics.
Yeah.
Let's not forget about this.
Nicaragua, the fun stuff. Nicaragua, Guatemala.
I'll lower them a little bit. Middle of B. That's not that good.
John F. Kennedy.
He got shot too early. He got shot too late.
Honestly,
it's okay.
B tier.
B tier, mid. I'll put him next
Vietnam.
to
Vietnam. But the next president is going to be definitely Vietnam. That's Lyndon B. Johnson.
Lyndon B. Johnson. Honestly,
shit president. Genuinely shit president.
I don't know.
Genuine shit president. C tier.
He has the vibe of okay.
High C tier. low B tier. The reason is that the only reason he got, for example, I forgot which amendments he got passed, but it was he got the Civil Rights Bill passed
That's good.
because of Martin Luther King's death, and also got a few more amendments done. I can't remember. Can you look up the amendments that he got passed?
No, wait. Martin Luther died in 68 and he passed the civil rights in 64 and 65 and such. So it wasn't because of that, but anyways,
No,
continue.
sorry, it was because of Kennedy.
Yeah.
He passed the Kennedy, and then the amendments was with Martin Luther King's death. So practically, he was kind of a
Ride the wave.
he just rode the wave of kind of death that happened, and to capitalize on let's say on political victories. Plus, Vietnam, he was the main reason for the escalation in Vietnam.
Yeah.
And also he kind of destroyed the country as it is. So yeah, high C tier, low B.
Okay. Sounds good.
Nixon.
Nixon. I am not a
I would put him.
criminal.
I am not a criminal.
Exactly. Fuck no, not that.
Low B.
Low B. Makes sense. He
Low
feels
B.
like a low B.
Actually, I would probably put him below Johnson.
Who's Johnson?
Lyndon B. Johnson.
Below, over there.
Yeah.
How come?
Because the Watergate scandal and things. Actually, I'd put him a little bit higher because he did get
Watergate wasn't that bad. Let's be honest.
Okay, I would say let's higher than Herbert Hoover.
Herbert Hoover. There you go. Fuck.
Actually, no, and put him above Johnson then. He did get America out of Vietnam.
Yeah, that's good. Next, Gerald Ford.
Gerald Ford, completely forgettable president. Nothing done.
He was a president for like a.
Jimmy Carter, loved the guy. He was a nuclear engineer. It's just that he wasn't able to do much for his presidency. He wasn't able to do much for his presidency, which is really unfortunate. Also, yeah, he was also part. He also did the. He also established the salt treaties, which was really cool. So I would say, good president, wrong timing. Let's just say he wasn't good in crisis management. So I would probably put him into. Low B tier. Low B tier.
Low B tier. Okay. Richard, not
F
Richard.
tier. Fuck him. Piss on his grave. I don't care. I fucking hate Reagan.
Ronald Reagan, yeah. Thank you.
Ronald Reagan is the reason why America is such a capitalist hellhole.
So D tier.
F tier.
F tier. Damn.
Old Bush. He did the intervention in Iraq.
I don't know.
I would probably put him below Lyndon B. Johnson.
Below Lyndon B. Johnson. Over here.
Bill Clinton, F tier. I fucking hate him.
Okay.
The reason that I hate Bill Clinton is because he repealed the Glass-Steagall Act. Now, the reason that why it's so bad that the Glass-Steagall Act was repealed was because the Glass-Steagall Act was supposed to prevent economic instability to happen within the country. The reason is because in one of the articles in some sections that was stated in the Glass-Steagall Act, that was, by the way, written after the Great Depression, right, was that when a bank is formed, a bank can only choose to be one or the other. It could either be a stock underwriter or a loaner. It could not be both. But because he repealed the Glass-Steagall Act, that means banks can be a stock underwriter and be a loaner. Plus, now that banks were considered to be too big to fail, this set up already a time bomb for 2008 to happen.
Okay, insane. I put preliminarily George Bush, the newer one, into F tier also.
Yep.
In my opinion, yeah. War in Iraq, lying, all that stuff.
Lying, yeah, weapons of mass destruction.
Yeah, bad. Barack Obama. I'd put him in low B tier just because Barack Obama funny.
because like the thing is that Barack couldn't do really much during his presidency at all. Like he had this like for his foreign policy, he had this idea of strategic ambiguity, which means just do nothing.
Insane.
Except what he did to that hospital.
Yeah. He also, my fellow Americans, bomb your many hospitals. Uh, uh, uh.
Insane. Anyways, now Donald Trump
Donald Trump,
is soon to
F,
be elect.
F tier, garbage president.
Makes
Actually,
sense.
no. Honestly, I mean, personality-wise, horrible person. He is a criminal. He is a fake. He is a con man. Um,
Impeached twice.
well, yeah, it just didn't get to Congress.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is
Oh
that
no! Wait. Yes, I understand. I'll just summarize why we put him in FT. We withdrew the U.S. from international agreements on climate trade and the nuclear program of Iran.
yeah.
So
yeah,
he perpetuated instability in the Middle East while also getting the withdrawing on terms of the world's climate change, and yeah, bad.
Biden,
Sleepy Joe Biden.
Sleepy Joe. Where do we put Sleepy Joe?
Um,
Honestly, I would
too
probably put
soon
him in
to
A
say
tier.
completely, but out
I
of
would say
feels
I would say low C tier. Low C tier.
low seat. Yeah, honestly,
Low
I'd put him about Woodrow
Because the thing
Jack
is that
Wilson.
the Inflation Reduction Act really didn't do much to begin with.
Yeah,
It really didn't much. Yeah, sure, it reduced inflation, but it was only disinflation. It was not deflation. So practically, the price hikes and the rates that Americans still feel today are felt because there was no deflation. It only that the rate of inflation has fallen. However, the price hikes have stayed the same.
mm-hmm.
The prices have heightened. So if you look at back in 4 years, right, Americans probably feel about a 20% differences in price in the last 4 years, or probably even more, like 25, 30%, which is quite significant because wages in the United States have stagnated for a lot of things. So honestly, Joe Biden, not only that, but he was in mental decline, so he couldn't be a good figurehead. So yeah, but he was a funny meme
Yeah,
character. So
funny.
low C tier.
I'm reading the Wikipedia article right now, but withdrawal from Afghanistan, that's something major. Restored America's membership in the Patriot Agreement, that's also good.
He did.
Oh, do you know what's funny? I imagine just on January 20th,
Plus,
Donald Trump will just leave
also,
again.
I'm just saying. Also, just one more thing. Plus, he how should I put this? The entire situation with Israel and Hamas was absolutely horrendous. The way he, sorry, with Israel and Palestine, the way he treated that situation, it was just really bad.
Yeah.
Not he didn't give he the correct thing to do was of course to respond in a very very harsh manner to Israel, right?
However, Israel is a literal honeypot in terms of strategic value.
Strategic value and military intelligence. Plus, there's a lot of, and this is well known, there's a lot of Jewish lobbying within the United States.
We won't be getting into that this stream, but because this is the file president, and let me save the file. Right, this is the file thing we can't argue about. There's fertile. All other scholarly work is wrong and gay. Thank you. Let me open it up. Actually, let me change the image file. There we go. Changed. Here you go. You can see a low version of image. Thank
Low
you.
res.
Low res, yeah.
But I think that wraps up for our podcast today.
No, we still have time.
We still have time. How much do we have left?
Okay. Anyways, well, this is already now an 18-minute long one, so let's finish this lightly. Isaac, can you say something because you haven't been speaking for the past hour?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Peas in a Pod podcast.
Okay, we're
My name is Isaac,
We're
and
finishing
I'm
the
joined
fucking podcast.
today.
We're
by
finishing
Tanilla
the fucking
and
podcast. I don't
Daniel.
care.
We're finishing the podcast, I guess it
We're
seems.
finishing the cast.
Today
Um,
we are talking about.
let's
We're
see what first. Okay, let's do a live Instagram reel reaction. What's the first?
Let's not do
Cows
that.
go
Oh,
extinct.
extinct.
Cows going extinct. What do we think about that?
I think
Truly a
that's.
sad affair.
Sad.
I think that's interesting.
Interesting. Anyways, cows go extinct by the Onion. Thank you. The most verifiable source, news source possible. Wishing that we get a sponsorship soon. Anyways, thank you.
Anyways,
That should
I
be
think we
it.
just wrap this up.
Um,
And it
Before
was
we end the podcast, I want to say this video is proudly sponsored by Epic Games.
no, it is not.
Everyone, please, a round of applause for Epic Games.
Fuck, wait. That's the pickup applause. Wait.
Yeah.
Soundboard.
I was
Soundboard.
giving applause. There you
Let's
go.
There you go.
There you go.
Nice.
Thank you.
But yeah, that's all. Because we've been talking too much. Next episode, at some point in the future. Let's maybe try 21st. I don't know.
First, we'll see. We'll see.
Maybe 24th.
We will next episode we will try to create an agenda, beforehand, and perhaps even educate
Maybe some
ourselves
talking
on
points.
different topics.
Maybe full
Hopefully.
where like every single individual member of this podcast can actually put an opinion. Look at you, Isaac. Why don't you know about US presidents? Fuck.
We
I
will
think
actually,
the topic is kind of boring.
It's
but
kind of interesting.
the next episode we will be talking about Isaac's music tastes and how it relates to him being
Next
fatherhood.
episode, we'll be talking, well, Isaac's music taste, but we'll be vouching the music taste of each member over here on account of the last 10 likes on Spotify and on SoundCloud. Thank you.
Thank you, and good night.
Yeah, good night. I don't know. Should we have a closing phrase or anything? Never shit in a bucket. That's
I think
all.
we should.
No, not never shit in a bucket.
No.
Never be shitting in no. Can't shit in a bucket. Constipation.
Shit in a bucket. Constipation. What's that supposed to mean?
It's supposed to be what you want.
Of course.
I
Can't shit in
think
a
we
bucket.
should say goodbye.
That's, I don't know. Petra says when I super glue my asshole shut. Yes. Fuck. Wait. Let me. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Goodbye.